The 30th anniversary for Bungie in Destiny 2 is coming very soon. In fact, as of this video being uploaded, it's going to be 3 days until it's going to come out. So, there's going to be lots of updates, lots of new metas, lots of new activities, and I personally think there's going to be one particular hand cannon called the Judgment from the Prophecy that's going to be top tier for PvE. So today's video, I'm going to show you how to farm it and the most simplest way to do it with some friends. So let's get started. First of all, we want to get 2 guys to do the Prophecy dungeon with you. Once you get to the Prophecy dungeon, what you want to do is get to the first encounter. It's pretty easy to do. You can either do it the old-fashioned way, or what I personally like to do, get into getting on top of one of these spheres and then use a sword to get up there. It's actually pretty easy to do. Some people say you can jump and slash, but you can just slash your way up there with the sword. I recommend either using the Falling Guillotine or the Lament. Don't use the Titan sword to get up there. It's just going to be a lot more of a, let's just say, annoying process. Once you get up there, get as close as possible to the stadium to fight the boss. It's pretty far out there, so either use increased height for the Titan, the Stompies for the Hunters, or any glide for the Warlocks, and get as close as possible. Using a sword does make the process a lot easier, especially if you're using the Lament. Then, once you get up there, have both of your teammates die, and so you could respawn at the arena for the boss point. Now, once you get up there, I recommend you go ahead and have any sweeping supers for at least one guy. So Sunbreaker Titan bottom tree will work out, Nova Bomb for the Warlock, or using a Night Stalker to go ahead and tether everyone. And what you probably want to have is a defensive type of super, either a Defender Bubble or a Well of Radiance for boss damage. Then you can go ahead and get started. Once you go ahead and take care of the boss, go ahead and clear out the knights in order to go ahead and get the certain type of light or dark modes that you need. It's pretty simple. Just stay in the dark areas to get the dark modes and stay on the light areas to get the light modes. There's a little trick that you can do to activate 2 of the pillars at once. What you could do is that you can, once you grab a mode, you can get up in between some pillars. Make sure that you're high enough that you can have both pillars below your feet, and then you can activate them, and you can have 2 pillars activated at once. If you miss it, that's alright. You can just go ahead and continue getting enough modes. Once you go ahead and get all those modes activated for all the pillars to get rid of, go ahead and do as much DPS as possible. For this meta right now, fusion rifles or later on, shotguns will probably be good enough, but the sword is going to be the best way to deal with this boss. So Lament, Falling Guillotine, Titan, swords, anything that you can to take him on as quickly as possible. And if you do have it, make sure you go ahead, you have Well of Radiance or a Defender Bubble so you won't die from the boss's damage or from the ads. Once you go ahead and take him on, go ahead and grab the chest, then get up to orbit. Repeat the Prophecy dungeon and you could rinse repeat. It's extremely fast, it's absolutely no problem to do. In fact, you could do this within 3 or 4 minutes and you could clear the boss as quickly as possible. So there are several types of things you can grab from this activity. You can get the Judgment Hand Cannon, what we're going for the most with this farm. You can also get the Long Walk, which is a really good high impact sniper rifle. You can get Overflow, and you can get Fire Line on it, which is probably the best roll for PvE. There's some good PvP rolls as well, but honestly it's not the best gun for PvP. And you can even get some high tier boots, so you can go ahead and farm for boots as well. Now, in order for this farm to work, you have to have earned these weapons before from previous encounters from the Prophecy. So if you've never had the Judgment drop for you before, you cannot do this activity. So make sure you go ahead and unlock these weapons and armor for all your characters, and if you haven't done the Prophecy yet, just do a full clear with it with all 3 characters, and hopefully RNG is good enough for you to go ahead and get these weapons. Once you go ahead and grab these weapons, you can go ahead and farm these up. Now, you can go ahead and farm for these weapons or armor, and if you want to get some other weapons like, you know, the auto rifle for the prophecy, then you can go ahead and do that. You just gotta go to a different activity. However, this activity right here is the fastest and quickest way to do it. Plus, it seems that the judgment seems to be the best weapon to use coming out from the prophecy. And yeah, you can do this solo, but let's just say the boss can make things a lot more difficult. Anyway guys, go ahead and grab this gun. It is a highly recommended gun I'll use all the time. The best rolls you can probably grab for this gun is Appended Mag, Demolitionist, as well as Adrenaline Junkie. That Adrenaline Junkie is gonna get a buff pretty soon, and basically it's gonna work like Swashbuckler, so every time you kill an enemy you can go ahead and get more damage from it. And Adrenaline Junkie and Demolitionist just mesh so well with each other, so it's gonna be working with plenty of activities, including raids, nightfalls, and even dungeons, of course. And yeah, that's about it guys. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you go ahead to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video, and comment below on what kind of guns you are looking for before the new 30th anniversary DLC. And are you excited for this DLC? I know I am. I'm pretty sure they're gonna have, like, you know, a Master Chief skin for the Titans, and maybe some other stuff. Maybe get like an Energy Sword Legendary. That'll be pretty cool. And yeah, that is it guys. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.